And that's where we begin this hour. Now, if you've seen any of Sebastian's stand-up routines, you know he spends a lot of time sharing funny stories about his experience as a dad.
My wife first got pregnant, everybody was asking us, are you gonna take photographs of the belly? And do an announcement, and like, we're pregnant. I said, no, we're just gonna tell people. This is it, she's pregnant. You seen these guys? At his pregnancy announcement, the husband's on his knee, kissing the belly.
Oh, Michelle's over here dying right now. Sebastian, dad to 5-year-old Serafina and 3-year-old Caruso, has teamed up with pediatrician Dr. Scott Cohen, the author of Eat, Sleep, Poop. Their parenting podcast is called Daddy versus Doctor, and they're sharing advice and their own parenting adventures. Take a look.
Today, we're sitting here with Claudia, a single mother by choice of twins, Chloe and Enzo. And she's struggling introducing food to them. And we want to see what is going on in Claudia's house. Let's take a look.
I did in vitro fertilization. I put 2 embryos and I got twins. It was just a dream came true to be a mom.
I had to eat some food.
It's challenging because I have to see them at the same time.
Oh, come on, Enzo. It's okay, it's just beans.
It's a challenge to entice Enzo to eat. But Chloe, on the other hand, she has a very good appetite like Mama, and she just loves food. First, I started just 1 meal a day, and then I went up to 2 meals a day. Chloe doesn't like zucchini, but I feel it's healthy and it's a veggie, and I'm trying to feed them lots of veggies. I know eventually my twins will have to grab the food and eat them on their own, but I am way too scared to do that yet.
Okay.
Sometimes one is hungry, the other one is not hungry, but I try to put them on the same schedule or else I'll drive myself crazy.
Now, being a father of a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, I could sympathize with you when it comes to introducing foods to kids. Is this something that you're seeing as a big concern amongst the parents at your practice?
I do. I think the hardest part about having twins with everything, whether it's development or feeding, is that you have a direct comparison. And we see that comparison as one is normal and one is abnormal, when in reality, it's usually they're both are normal but different.
Yeah, Lana, my wife is a lot more like, oh, give them a strawberry, give them a grape. And I went to, they're gonna choke, mince it up. If it was up to me, I'd be, giving them parade until they're 18. Enzo's having problems eating. Now, what I used to do with my kids, I used to take the fork, right? And I used to load up the plane. And then I would actually have a runway with this guy and just take off. And I would run around the house with the food and then come in. It was beautiful.
Who do you think had more fun, him or Caruso?
I think him.
Are you doing any dive bombers right into the, yeah?
Yes, it works.
It works.
Make feeding fun. But if they don't want it, you also don't have to force it. It's funny because we spend our whole childhood as parents trying to get our child to gain weight, and we try to spend our whole adulthood losing weight. So I wish it was the reverse.
There's another thing. I grew up around the kitchen table with my family eating. Nowadays, it just seems like kids are eating at 4:35. I ain't hungry at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, right? My wife and I put the kids to bed and we eat around 8:30. Is there something to be said about you sitting down with the kid? She's doing it at the same time with the twins.
I think having a meal time with the family is a good thing to establish a routine and have that repetition. But that feeding period may be very short. They may not be interested. It's like, all right, good, we're done. We'll try again later.
Chicken and mushrooms? Yum.
Do you make food? And if they don't eat it, that's it?
I make food. If they don't eat it, then they don't eat it. But I do feel guilty.
With feeding or anything else, we compare ourselves to other people, and it always seems like everybody's doing it better than us. And that's not the case. You'll start trying little bits of finger foods and let them decide, let them run the show, and they'll grow and do great.
My kid was eating apples in the bed today. My wife's a little bit more lenient when it comes to rules. She's 5 years old. She's eating apples in my bed in a little bowl. We don't eat apples in bed. We sleep in bed, right? Do you sleep on the kitchen table? No. What do you think of that?
All right, yeah, I got to agree. I'm going to go ahead and rubber stamp that one. I'm living that right now, but this bad memories coming back for you guys.
I'm telling you, you're a good cook. You're telling me your kids don't eat your food?
They spit that food out. My son will eat only things that are plain. But we're going to get into that. Maybe there's some tricks.
Yeah. My kid had hot sauce on everything.
Everything, really?
Now
when they were little?
That's that Southern palate right there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Just ahead, Sebastian Maniscalco and Dr. Scott Cohen will join us live with some parenting tips for families with picky eaters like mine and probably yours.
Look at that sweater Sebastian's rocking.
Oh, yeah, he's rocking it. We see him matching the logo.